disenfranchised members of All Progressive Congress APC by certain individuals that have hijacked the party from its genuine members. By way of a background, recall that Saturday, February 26 has been scheduled as a date for the elective national convention of the APC. This day was arrived at without a recourse to the protestation from party members and leaders from almost all the state chapters of the party. The reason for this protest is well known. Things are not the way they are or they should be at the state level of the party. Therefore, we find it perverse that the governor-made Malabuni-led Critical Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee allowed itself to be eroded by few individuals, among whom are some governors of some other states, into accepting a date for the convention when fundamental issues and questions that could spell doom for the party have not been addressed. The February 26th date is nothing but an attempt at disenfranchising party members in states that are yet to resolve their crisis. In the days leading to this announcement of this phantom date for the convention, we are all witnesses to how one state chapter after the other thronged to the national headquarters in Abuja to register their displeasure at how the national level seemed to be unperturbed by the crisis that have crippled the party as state chapters. As worrisome as this initial indifference was, it is nothing compared to the snub that genuine APC stakeholders have been getting since the mistake was made to announce the convention date without hearing out the aggrieved side to the array of crises rocking Nigeria's largest political party. It is on record that these stakeholders have expressed concern as a threat to APC's prospect at New Year's general election should it press ahead to hold its national convention. Even the Dr. Abdullahi Adamu-led Reconciliation Committee has clearly asked that there should be a rescheduling of the convention for it to have more time to complete the task of mending fences among the contending factions. Gentlemen of the press, the contention of factions are all about the failure of one faction to do the right thing and the insistence of the other faction that the right thing must be done. These are issues that will undermine the APC, where aggrieved factions are forced to mount judicial challenges to the daylight robberies they are protesting. One possible consequences of the foregoing is that a singular court ruling could throw all the outcomes of a hasty national convention out of the window. Those that are insisting on having their way have not been able to convincingly state what will happen to the party if all its candidates are disqualified by the court on account of a faulty convention. Does the APC want to find itself in such a quandary? I don't believe. We are pained that many well-intended appeals, requests, and demands for a national body to do the right thing has been met with a coordinated obstinacy that confirms that a few people have pocketed our great party, and those of us that toiled to build this structure have now been turned into second class, even third class party members in the piloting of the affairs of the party. We are being disenfranchised by virtue of the caretaker Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee scheduling the convention for a date that majority of stakeholders have rejected on account of points being raised. It's on this note that APC Youth Development and Solidarity Forum warns against plans by the caretaker Extraordinary Planning Committee to disenfranchise members of the party in over 14 states comprising more than 200 local government areas. These are the places where those congresses did not hold or held under controversial circumstances, must urgently distance themselves from the overbearing state governors that are bent on going ahead with the convention despite the known pitfalls. Our forum hereby categorically warn that any attempt to disenfranchise the overwhelming population of the party men and women whose rights have been trampled upon by powerful forces within the party will be rejected. Party members are the ones that queue up to vote during elections, no matter how powerful governors are perceived to be, each of them can only cast vote one on election day, and this message should be made clear to them. APC National Convention will immediately postpone without any further delay and scheduled to such time as the dates presently in crisis are resolved.